Guys, some of you saw a video of me playing organ at this church and asked that I film the fans, and I'm here at the end of a rehearsal, so I had a chance to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through all the speeds. And the ones in the other rooms are on the same speed control? Yes. Because this used to be one big warehouse, and so it had a whole bunch of fans all on one control, and they have they split it up for a church. They built walls and stuff, but all the fans are still on the same control, so I'll show you. So here's the control over here by the breaker box. And I think there's only one Dayton over there, and everything else is Airmasters, Crompton Greaves Airmasters. So this is one of those controls that starts on low. So we'll start it on low. They hardly ever use these, which I keep telling them they should use them to bring the heat down. But, you know, I'm used to not being listened to. So the Dayton goes a little faster. So there's one here in the foyer, and there was two, but then they built this wall, and they just took the blades off it, but left the blade arms and the motor there, which is kind of silly, but. And then I think there's one in here. No, this one must be on a different control, because that was not on. There must be a separate control for this one. Whoops, that ain't it. I just messed it up for them now. They're going to be in the dark for a minute because he's where's the, I don't know where the control is for this one. This one must have been. This must have always been a separate room.
Yeah, this fan is on this.
Oh, there's a control over there. I'll wait. I'll come back in here when the lights come back on so we can see that.
Lights. Yeah, it's going on.
Okay. Well, you can't see it, so I'll come back in here. Isn't there one up in the youth room too?
Yeah, that's the one.
Well, you did that one. You took the blades off that one. How do I get to the youth room? Okay, that's fine. Is that one on a separate control, or is that on the? See, that's what I thought. Let's see if I can figure this out. They did a real nice job with this building, though. I'm not complaining. You see, there's one where they took the. Oh, there's just one up here. Yep, see? They just took the blades off of it. So we should, I should have just moved it for them. If they let me, I'll just come up here and move it. So we probably don't need to see that again, because now we know what that is. So. Yeah, we should just move these a few feet out from the wall, and you can put the blades back on.
When we came in, we almost had to do what we.
Hey,
the extra $200 to move them.
Who were you paying?
Huh?
I would have moved it for $150. How about that?
$199.
Right. So let's go. Quarter turn. Another quarter turn. Yeah. I'm working for this church kind of temporary right now, but if I end up staying here for a while, I'll probably end up doing some fan and lighting work for them, so we can probably get some of these fans with these bladeless fans reacclimated, but we'll see. There's another quarter turn. The Dayton is clearly the better fan, which is makes me sad to say, because there we go. That's full on high. So I have an older version of these Airmasters with the older canopy, and I think I have that same version of Dayton. I'm not positive. Let's see if we can feel anything underneath them. I'm not getting a breeze, but I can definitely tell it's bringing the heat down. I'm definitely getting like warm air from this one. So. Yeah, moving warm air, but not an actual breeze. This one, I bet you I'll get a breeze. Yep.
You have to know where to stand.
Yeah, well.
So what we do, what's amazing is we have radiant heat in here. So when we turn the heaters on, if we forget to turn it on, if we turn it late, we turn the heaters on and the fan. Push the heat down. If there's service going on, we don't turn the fans on.
Well,
and the heat, because we don't want to push it down, especially if you're.
Why would you not want to push it down? Because it's too hot?
It gets too hot. So the perfect temperature for this room is 72.
Okay.
At 71, it's too cold.
We're interview with Pastor Harold Rayford.
Yes. 71 is too cold. At 73 is too hot. So the way the thermostats are positioned, so with this radiant heat, you see that heat box over there?
Yep.
There's another heat box over there for the radiant heat.
Yep.
Radiant heat doesn't heat the air. It heats the object. So it warms the chairs, it warms the people, but the air stays the same. So the thermostat for that unit is right there. The thermostat for that unit is right there.
Oh, that's that one.
That's that.
What's that other thermostat over there then?
For the air conditioner.
Oh, okay.
So remember, this was a warehouse.
Yeah.
So what we do is we have to play, especially in the winter, when it's really cold, the cold air comes through that door and affects that thermostat. So their weave glue is falling off their head over there because it's cooler over there. It's 70 degrees over there. If it's 70 degrees over there, it's probably 80 degrees over there. So in hindsight, we should have put the thermostats closer.
Thermostats are easy to move.
Yeah, in hindsight, we should have put the thermostat closer to the actual units. But ultimately, during service, we said that thermostat is 68, and that one before service, we set it at 70 and 72. Once the service starts, we drop it down to 68 and 70.
So you guys are learning a lot about both heating and church in this conversation.
We are the only church in the nation with radiant heat.
You sure about that?
Possibly.
How do you know that?
Because the company that we bought it for, warehouse heating, we had to get a special permit, and they had never permitted it before.
In Wisconsin, at least, it was a state permit.
Yeah, it was a state permit. But think about it. How many times have you seen churches shut down because the furnace went out?
Often enough.
$20,000, $30,000, $50,000. This unit costs $12,000.
I just can't believe that in the entire United States there's not another warehouse converted church that has radiant heat.
It is much cheaper, but it's much cheaper. My utility bill for this, my gas bill for this building is the same as was for a small building because we don't have to turn this on.
Getting back to the fans, because I think that's what most of my viewers care about. Now, I've always been taught that the most efficient thing to do is to always run the fans at least on low, because even though the radiant heat is not heating the air, people's bodies still produce heat that heat the air, and that heat is rising, and it gets lost in the ceiling if you don't have something to push it back down. Okay. So I was always taught, and I've never worked with radiant heat before, so I can't speak from experience on this. I can speak from experiences on any other type of heating, that you do save on your utility bill as well as add comfort. Anytime the heat is engaged or the air conditioner engaged, keep them on low, which keeps the air circulated, which also helps the air conditioner to more efficiently work. And then as you need a breeze, you turn them up. But again, I've never worked with radiant heat, so that is different. Again, because like you said, it heats the objects, not the air. So the heat that they would be dealing with then. Now, me, you notice, you probably did notice, before I started the video, I had them on just when I was in here, because I can't stand stagnant air. I can't stand non-moving air, and I need to start bringing a fan with me to sit by the organ or something like that.
Yeah, so I love radiant heat in that it allows me to keep this room in a very short amount of time. That is a blessing.
I'm going to show you these on high. I'm still listening to him, but I'm going to show you these on high and then do spin down. So why are other churches not using radiant heat then?
I don't know. I don't think they appreciate and maybe because this was a warehouse and the ceilings.
Okay, that's off, so we're going to see spin down now.
It's a perfect scenario for us.
What was in here to heat it before? Because you put in the radiant heat, right?
Well, there was, so that unit was here, but that one there, that's the original one.
Okay.
This wall didn't exist.
Right, I know that much.
One radiant heat, and it was in the lobby.
Okay, so you just added more radiant heat.
So you see that port hanging from the kitchen there?
Yep.
That was the end, one end of it, and the other port hanging in there. So we took that one from there and put it there, and we bought this one. And had this one, the one move, this one installed, and there's another one in the multi-purpose. And then there's a big unit in the youth room, fresh air unit, makeup air unit. That pumps fresh air in the room. That's what these vents are up here.
Oh, so you actually have it's the air. They're not just like vents that are just open. There's actually something moving the air. I can't remember the term for that. I haven't done enough HVAC to remember all the terms.
It's called fresh air.
There's a term for a vent that's just a vent. That serves no other purpose other than to be a vent. That's what I can't remember.
Return. You're thinking about the return.
No, I'm not thinking about it. It's different than a return. Because a return actually sends the air back to the unit. But I'm thinking of just, so something else that some of my viewers might be interested in. You guys change any of the lighting, or is this all the original warehouse lighting?
Correct. We're gonna put a drop ceiling in here one day.
That one is stopped first. That one, oh, that one stopped. That one's about to stop. The Dayton is going to be last, clearly. Are you just going to go with a flat drop ceiling, or are you going to have it be kind of vaulted the way that it is now, or in a different pattern, perhaps?
Vaulted.
Good, I approve of that. Adding a drop ceiling would probably not actually be all that expensive.
No, it would be easier to attach the drop ceiling to the purlin than to try to measure it out, you know? Mm-hmm. So that it...
Oh, so that's what you're just gonna literally add the drop ceiling?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you'll still have the radiant heat, it'll just be below the drop ceiling?
Correct.
Are there any, is there any way that would interfere?
No, that we would have to make sure of before we put it in.
I'm just trying to think of, I've never seen radiant heat with a drop ceiling. I'm trying to think if there's any reason that's a bad idea.
Well, you just have to make sure you have non-flammable
ceiling tiles. That's going to add some cost for sure.
Right.
If you can get my stage lighting back, then I think that even in the meantime, we could put up a truss with some stage lighting would be a welcome addition.
We have some. I just, I don't know that stage lighting works up here. For me, I know, for me, what I love is to have a very bright room. I want to put white light, clean, the clean lighting.
Hold that thought, because when I'm done filming, I'll tell you about, both what I know about lighting as well as what I prefer for church lighting. I'm going to go film the fan in that other room real quick. Hopefully they didn't leave these lights. Hopefully these lights are on now. Yep. So here's the last Airmaster. Low. Medium. And high. It's quite cold in this room. Guess they don't have the radiant heat on. Okay. Get a breeze in here, I guess, because the ceiling is lower. Let this one spin down. We learned a lot about radiant heat. So these are all metal halide. There's no mercury vapor. Which is probably a good thing here. The metal halide light is already pretty dismal for a church, much less mercury vapor, which would be much more dismal. Okay, thanks for watching.